The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We're having a little hot back. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it. This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking. And, food is always just the extra, man. They deprive these people of their basic human rights, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through. I love that, man. I love it a lot more than I could say to you guys.
Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. I mean, so it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. I mean, it takes too much energy. You only got to stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. But trust them to be them.
To be themselves.
Trust a snake to bite you. Trust a lion to laugh. Trust a thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread, Triple B, we in the house. 10 meters, half of the Brothers of Doom, Joe Jeff, Zeb the Soldier, I'm the KC Stork. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Man. How everybody out there doing?
Doing all right. Open it up on the...
Out here missing Dark Man X, man.
I know, open it up on the somber note.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, this is another weekend kids edition, weekend midday recording. Well, anyway, yeah, man, DMX just passed. There was another white man that passed, but he ain't really important, so we ain't worried about that shit. But DMX is, definitely. But we gonna push on through, get this show going, and we gonna talk about X-Man here a little later. So let's go around the horn so we can get into these topics. What's going on, Tim?
Oh, man, ain't nothing special. Just trying to recuperate from this wild weather we've been having. One day it'd be cold, chilly. Got to put on a kind of like a little bit heavier jacket than normal. Then all of a sudden you're wearing shorts and a tank top. So this weather down here don't know what it wants to be. But all in all, everything is good, man. Everything is everything. And a little later on when we talk about X, we're gonna get into some of the things that some of the issues that he had as opposed to some of the issues that I have. Saying that this man did suffer from depression and things of that nature. So when we talk about X later on, we'll probably mention a couple things about that.
Okay, right on. What's going on? What's going on, Zed?
Oh man, just chilling, bro. Dealing with the same thing up here as 10 is down there. Sound like weather-wise, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just the changing of the seasons, and but not much, man. The little boy is graduating to Solid Foods.
Nice. Oh,
so yeah, man. So been readjusting to that. You know what I'm saying? Making messes of green beans and carrots and bananas and all sorts of
nasty looking baby food stuff. But nah, nothing much, man. Everything's moving according to plan, and yeah, man, just taking it day by day.
That's good shit, man. What's up, Joe?
What's happening?
Chilling.
Man, it's been a week of, like you said, the weather's been an issue. We had a busy week on the schedule. We had 4 track meets in 5 days. That got, I guess, guys said, nah, you only need 2. Y'all straight.
Indeed.
So, one got postponed till Monday. The other one got canceled. And as I told people in the pregame, it was a beautiful day yesterday.
It was.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So why did it get canceled, though?
Because it was at a college campus, and people was coming from like 2, 3, 4 different states.
Oh, okay.
And people had a lot of traveling to do, and they just had probably an abundance of caution. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense.
But with that being said, took the kids back to Tulsa on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So dropped them off at the halfway point, and enjoyed. Had a very good weekend with them. You know what I'm saying? Had a nice Easter. You know what I'm saying? Got some beautiful pictures. They picked up some eggs, got some candy. You know what I'm saying? So I just finished off the last of the deviled eggs from all the ones they painted. So that was my lunch today.
That's what's up.
Yeah, those pictures are beautiful, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Your daughter, man, she gonna be 6'3", and she gonna be like what, 5'10" a leg. She gonna be tall.
Well, we did measure them, in the bedroom, the kids' bedroom next to mine. Right. On the wall, how everybody, goes to the door jam and you measure up the kids. So
right.
We did that again, and we've been doing that for decades. You know what I'm saying? So she's up to 5'3".
Oh.
And she's officially taller than all the women on her side of the family. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got one more thing to say real quick.
Yeah.
The Brothers of Doom have united.
Yes.
What's up?
Shit, look at James popped in like it was WWE, nigga. Oh no, he's coming in from the side of the ring. What's up, James?
Yeah, we all check in. What's good with you, man?
Nothing, man. Just putting in a little Saturday at the office here. That's all.
That's what's up.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Doing my part.
Well, yeah, I want to make sure because you know what I'm saying we started off with the clip from DMX. Brother, the elder brother of Doom was a big DMX fan, so he had a chance to talk on it.
Because you used to roast me for that shit.
Oh damn! That nigga was hitting you with that real hip hop.
Hey man, I love DMX. I just love a lot of niggas more. You know what I'm saying?
Just like sit around and just overanalyze his lyrics and all that.
Absolutely.
Like, that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I am not here for that. I'm here because this nigga talks hella good shit. Right. And make it sound good doing it. That's why.
He did for 2 albums. You're right. In 1998, he did. You're right.
I get three and a half.
That nigga Joe old. How Superman breathing in space? That shit ain't gonna happen for real.
Exactly.
He's still a white man, whatever you say, nigga. He that fast, nigga. Oh, man. That's good shit,
bro.
That's good shit, though. That's good shit. Well, we appreciate you stopping in, bro. Especially when you, doing your duties to keep the economy flowing. Real quick over here.
Here today.
We say what?
I'm the only one here today, so I can get away with this.
Okay. If your boss listens, we'll make sure we'll tell him that you did this at home.
This nigga looking over his shoulder.
He can't say shit because he's supposed to be here, and I'm here.
Yeah,
he's supposed to do. So,
hey,
Joe, stay peeking over his shoulder though.
Hey, that look like that.
He's down in the Ozarks somewhere.
Hey, that's like that Key and Peele skit. You called him a bitch? Uh-huh. I said,
oh yeah.
You said that, huh? I looked this woman into the windows of her soul, nigga.
Her soul. Her ocular stem.
I said, bitch. You said that, huh? Anyway, over this way, like I said, got the kids. They're doing their best to be in the room and listen to the devices that keep them entertained for at least an hour, I hope. School going good, life going good. I wish this bipolar ass weather would make his mind up, but hey, those are first world problems.
Hell on my sinuses, man.
I feel you.
Yeah, no, right.
All right, keep it moving. Get this shit out the way. This murderous trial, day 10 of the Derek, I always fuck his name up, the murderer, Derek the murderer trial. And it seems
somebody tweeted something about this. They said, like, how do you know that America is failing? They said because it's taken however many days or weeks to have a trial for a murder everybody saw.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a similar one. I don't know. I probably should have did fact checking, but they're talking about how we all know about George Floyd's drug issues, but it's taken so long for us to find out that this motherfucker has another videotape where he's on a teenage boy's back, not on his neck, but kind of the same whole knee on his back.
Right.
Really.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is like not his first, No.
He had a reputation.
Yeah, dog. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, he looked too comfortable doing that.
That's
shit,
what I was about to say.
He had in his pockets, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Pure evil.
Yeah.
Take the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But basically, everyone in the police department is trying to separate themselves from this nigga because everyone's saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Right here.
I'm surprised. Like, you got the police chief, you got all these high-ranking officers.
Out and like, fuck this dude. Like, that's unusual.
Like, this ain't part of our training. We don't know where he learned this from. They all saying the same thing.
The coroner came out and said, "Nah, that's just murder."
Yeah.
Nah, fuck all the drugs, nigga. That shit was murder.
Yeah, but what happened to that old blue code that all the cops had carried?
Nigga, they burnt that shit up with the city.
Fuck you.
Yeah, about to say.
Well, they trying to do that bad apple.
Hey man,
that bad apple shit, man. They trying to take the focus off of the the system of policing that we have.
Yep.
And just shift it to this one quote unquote apple.
It's pressure.
You know what I'm saying?
This is about pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this one sparked worldwide in the streets.
Yep.
Yes.
Like literally all over the world, people were in the streets disrupting, tearing shit up in some cases. This is pressure that has made it come to this point.
Cause we joke about Georgia. America has become the Georgia of the world, nigga. While we bullshit. While we bullshitting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But through multiple contributing factors, and this is Dr. Lindsay Thomas, forensic pathologist, who helped train Dr. Baker during her testimony. Dr. Thomas says she believed that Mr. Floyd died from a deprivation of oxygen caused by restraint of Mr. Chuavin. The former police officer charged with murdering Mr. Floyd. Here are the highlights from the day 10 trial. We're not going to go through all that. We already did. Everyone is saying this motherfucker murdered George Floyd.
Basically, yeah.
And that they don't know, for some odd reason, they don't know how he learned to do this chokehold. Anyway, that he's on tape.
Right.
That he's on tape doing it before.
Bullshit.
Right.
No, good fucking.
So here's my question. Hold on. So Derek Chauvin did all this shit by himself. There wasn't 4 officers.
Exactly.
Right.
Holding a nigga on his chest too.
Yep.
Come on now.
They had niggas on the legs, niggas on the chest, and he was on his neck.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think they're done, are they?
I don't think so. We ain't heard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think there might be I'm not sure I know there was talk of charges on the other officers, but I don't know where that is either.
I thought they were charged.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not all here together.
I know. Like we said, Derek has become
they were probably like, I don't want to be on trial with that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Derek is the sacrificial. He's a sacrificial lamb,
that
nigga.
Motherfucker's going down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This nigga the sacrificial lamb, bro. He got to go.
Give me a couple months later, it would be cool.
Yeah. Shit. But anyway, he need to go. They talking about all this other shit, heart conditions, and of course the defense has to do their best to defend this piece of shit. So all this stuff is coming out about George. When we know what's up. Moving on.
So
Go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just gonna say, I know your boy, had a tough time trying to take this case, the defense attorney.
I mean, maybe. You never know.
'Cause I'm like, damn, I gotta take this case. This was on TV.
He might be a piece of shit.
Everybody sees it.
Yeah, he might be a piece of shit that thinks black folks deserve to die at the hands of the police state. We'll never know.
And then there's that.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Everybody deserves a defense, but
Yeah, I agree.
It's a former officers Tao J. Alexander King and Thomas Lane are each charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder, as well as aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter.
Okay.
Yep.
But they got those third degree in there too, then, don't they?
Well, they say Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. Yeah, I don't know. That's what this is.
I'm just waiting for the defense to go out and pull the. Hey, man, he was moving faulty $20 bills, man. Right. Just waiting for that shit to go.
Nah, the defense needs to just come out, wrap it up like this nigga guilty. Let's save some money and send this nigga to jail away
Let's
forever.
just save some money and pretty much.
This shit been going on for 2 solid weeks.
I know it is
solid weeks.
And I can't. I mean, and God bless the people who are watching it and taking notes and doing the tweets, because I just get frustrated. But they had that shit on in the break room at work the other day. I just turned the channel. Somebody want to see this shit. And I definitely don't want to watch it with a bunch of white folks who I don't know what your individual thoughts are on this shit. Because you say some fucked up shit, I've been to cuss you out of work.
Right, I'm trying to get my job and shit.
Yeah, that's my. I already know me. Somebody be like, well, his heart was big. I'd be like, just bitch, pull your mask down so I can slap your lips, you stupid bitch. Anyway, oh shit. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to who's this motherfucker Matt Gaetz, who's turned out to be the R. Kelly of the motherfucking Congress, dog.
Yeah. This fucking super duper. He's worse than we thought.
Way worse than we thought. I mean,
right? We already thought he wasn't shit. Now we know he ain't shit.
This motherfucker look like a goddamn comic book villain, dog, and he is living up to it, dog. Let's see.
He look like a cat in a hat, though, dog.
A little bit, he do. Let's say when we last left Florida, Rep Matt Gaetz. Wait, can we just leave Mac? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back here. But this is our place. Anyway, so he went to the Bahamas. It was paid for by a I'm not even gonna try. Some Indian cat.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, some Indian cat who what? So I guess they ran a sex game in which points were awarded for sleeping with interns and staffers with bonus points for virgins. Wow. Was connected with, if not co-owner of operation, making fake IDs for underage girls. Saw a blanket partner for himself, his friends, and unnamed. Of course, we all know about that. And showed off nude photos of women while on the floor of the house, while his staffers sent more videos to their counterparts in other offices. This nigga's at work looking at booty holes.
Damn.
Oh wow.
All I can say is damn.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. And then I think today came out. I should have sent it to the group. There was some report he sent. Forget the guy's name. Like $900 to this guy who was basically a pimp for these underage girls. And that $900 immediately they tracked the payment. 3 individual payments of $300 to these girls who had spent some time with Matt Gaetz previously, and these girls were underage. He's talking about he just want to help with tuition.
Did they go to private school?
I guess so. And then, so like I said, including possibly at least one 17-year-old girl, Gaetz has denied paying for sex, however, has admitted to being generous to his dates, which apparently, hey, T.I. said it ain't tricking if you got it, right? Which apparently includes paying for flights, hotels, providing gifts, About the only thing that isn't clear is whether those gifts came in the forms of bundles of cash.
And hey, he said they told him they was Make-A-Wish kids, and he didn't want to like deny them wishes. Just doing the right thing.
Got to blow out that candle. All right.
Nigga, we missed you, bro.
A lot.
They come back with the spicy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Pretty good. Oh shit. Damn. While white people hate critical race theory explained, we get it. White people hate learning about black people, and while race is critical and shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, Zeb.
Yeah, basically. You said what's up?
No, I said you posted that. Anything you wanted to say about it, brother?
You know what? Somebody had forwarded that to me. Actually, the whatever. Like I didn't write a message. Whatever message was on there was my homie that sent it to me, and it took me a minute to read. I didn't. It was like on my messenger thing for a few days before I finally read the article, and it was just, to me, it was just like, yeah, no, you know, like I've been making this, you know, from time to time, making this similar argument, or basically the same argument. I just didn't know. I wasn't familiar with the terminology of critical race theory, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that, you know, this thing had been studied and labeled and kind of dissected or whatnot, wrote about, you know.
Yes, sir.
But to me, it's just common sense shit, man. It's, you know, like, I want to own up to it, you know, and recognize, you know, white people basically feel like if they ain't walking around burning crosses and calling black people niggers, you know, on a daily basis, then, you know, they're not contributing or being racist or contributing to a racist system that, you know, has prevailed in this country since its inception.
Or
benefiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Instances are built on the racism of this country.
Yep.
Right, exactly. You know, so, and that's all it's saying, you know. And to me, it's simple. It's mathematics, you know what I mean? So I don't see why it's even controversial, you know, in my mind.
They want to continue to exist in that way.
I want that exposure.
And also, and also, it makes them. And we talked about on the show a few times how history gets softened because it makes white folks feel uncomfortable, and you can't make them uncomfortable, especially their offspring in the classroom. And I'm glad we have a educator like Joe who sometimes steps outside the book and say, you kids got to learn these lessons that are not being presented to you in these books that have been forced in the classroom. So I always appreciate that shit.
Yeah, that's makes me think of there's the new series Them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I want to start that.
It's on Prime. I'm not, without giving anything away. It's like a horror movie set against a black family moving from North Carolina to California into all white Compton when it was was all white basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course all the things that come along with moving into an all white neighborhood in the 50s comes into play. And there's at one point where the cops tell one of the, like, it's your job to make the white people feel comfortable. That's why you're having a hard time here.
Yep.
You know, everything is being done to them. It's on them to make them feel comfortable, so they'll stop persecuting them. And that's like one of the. It's. I'm not gonna say anything about the show or whatever, but it makes some points. It's got some things I've got some issues with, but it's interesting. If you got Prime, you should probably check it out.
Yes, sir.
But yeah,
okay. I'm about to check that out myself.
Making white people comfortable or keeping them comfortable, or else comes into play.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it's been, man. That's how it's been. That's how it still is. Yeah, you know, so it's something that is at least starting to change in a more significant way than I've seen in the past, mainly with, as we talked about just a moment ago, with the murder of George Floyd, and the reactions that people had all over the world, concerning it. So that's been one. Obviously, I would have preferred, and I think we all would prefer that Mr. Floyd would have been able to keep his life, and these sorts of conversations were being had, what I'm saying, at the level that we're seeing them having now. But if there's anything good to come from it, hopefully that'll be, I guess the silver lining or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a good segue. We talk about making white folks uncomfortable in our classrooms. Candace Owens says it's time to pull our kids out of school because they are taught how to hate white people. During the Fox News interview with Maria Bertaroni, Candace Owens, who is a conservative activist and author who is known for her commentary responding to Fox host regarding her take on critical race theory being added to so many schools' curriculums. Bertaroni stated that she wanted to discuss learning through the lens of race contradicts everything America stands for. Okay. Then she opened the meat of the dialogue by mentioning a piece from her friend's son's class. It reportedly stated that if you identify as white, come to a meeting because we want to make sure that you can thrive and strive not to be a racist.
Contradicts what America stands for.
That's why I started mumbling and stuttering, because I was like, my brain is like, wait a minute, that don't make no fucking sense.
You can't take the bullshit that's being ran right now.
I don't know. Look, she obviously was not taught critical race theory. That is, America am sure. Definitely stand. They stand on niggas' necks. They do that.
Oh, right.
They stand for that.
We'll play a little bit of Miss Owens here.
Fooling the American people, but the more important thing is he's not fooling anybody abroad. And right now, America as a country looks tremendously weakened.
Well, it's one of the reasons that you had such a big showing from the black community for President Trump in election 2020. Let me get your take on where you think the community is today under Biden policies and whether or not you see us.
A large showing from the black communody.
Yeah, six
nigga, we voted 90. Look, black women voted 95% for Trump. For
Biden. They took a picture.
And black men voted like 91% for Biden.
Bruh, they took a picture.
There was such a large turnout.
I think they might be talking like percentage-wise. Maybe there was an increase percentage-wise, maybe, of black people voting for Republicans.
It was a small increase.
That can't be an increase.
I'm talking. It might be
it was an increase because what he did was he kept
black men.
I was about to say that maybe black men might have increased. I don't think black women did. I think total black people. I doubt it.
There was a notable increase in black men voting for Trump.
Right,
because it was voting. That's why.
Like 94% to 91 for Biden.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't like a huge.
No, it wasn't big.
But
like it wasn't like an overwhelming increase.
It was more people that voted also.
They're gonna.
Yeah, exactly. Because more people vote.
Like actual percentage wise, it was worth noting. I'm not saying it was huge, but it was worth
that's
noting.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
When I saw the number, I was like, really? Yeah.
But it wasn't
over
like
10%. I know that.
Or nothing like that.
Yeah,
no.
It might have been an increase, but it wasn't over 10%.
But also, I'm saying though, you got. But look at what we're looking at though too. It could have been an increase of 1%, and they're gonna flip it and make it sound like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're going to statue.
It was just a insignificant anomaly, really. It didn't really contribute that much to the overall outcome.
Right.
But they can use that to say, see, black people they love Trump.
And then they would have these events where it came out later on that they were paying motherfuckers to come and show up. They were having ads posted in papers or online saying, "Hey, come wear a T-shirt."
We need black people.
I was telling my class today about we were discussing the power to pardon. Mm-hmm. And we looked at Lil Wayne, like how that nigga was paid to show up and coon for this nigga so he can get his freedom papers. You know what I'm saying?
And then also the allure of, and then they, we've had our debates and we debated even with the Ice Cube shit though, just like kind of used by this motherfucker to maybe pull that very small number of black men over to that side also with lies and promises that were never going to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and then, but she been dick riding from day one, and she really need to get a new wig. I'm tired of seeing this fucking football helmet she got on every time she come on Fox, but that's neither here nor there. We'll put a little bit more, but yeah.
Like the gorilla glue
there from the minorities and the black American community.
If you ever want to check the temperature of how the minorities are doing and what party they're treading towards, you need.
I like how she say the minorities, like this bitch ain't part of us.
Minorities, like seeing black.
How do you want to check how the field niggas are doing? You can come talk to me anyway, bitch.
But read the mainstream media narrative, which is already castigating Hispanic men, black men, and trying to come up with reasons why they're starting to vote more conservatively. They did this right after the election. I remember reading a piece in Yahoo News where they were talking about black American men and why they're breaking from a Democrat Party and making it seem as if it's because a lot of them aren't good people. We saw this recently.
As Joe pointed out, 91%.
Yeah, that's her family member.
As Joe pointed out, 91%. Yeah, they might have scooped up 3% of some niggas. I don't know who unhappy, or maybe they moved to a new tax bracket and they're more concerned about their money.
See, they didn't look at the.
Go ahead, Tim.
But see, they didn't look at the percentage more or less, because if they did, then that number is significantly smaller. They actually looked at the numbers or the estimated numbers.
I get it. But the percentage is tied to because that number is tied to a number. Yeah, I get that though. I get it. But still. But once again, we're on here. We're pretty smart. We try to read and follow up and look at the investigate and dig into shit. Most humans, especially American humans, ain't doing that shit. They gonna see 3 million more black men voted for that, and like 3 million is a big number. But like, how many niggas actually voted? Oh, that's not even a drop in the bucket. Right. Okay.
Right.
So that's the shit. That's the game they playing. It's three card money, bro. Anyway, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Really got police don't give a fuck. They still fucking up. LAPD video shows black man arrested at his home during search for a white suspect. I watched some of the video. The brother and his girlfriend were both arrested because she come outside. So basically, there was a domestic disturbance called in this area. This brother just happened to be outside, taking out his trash. Police show up. You can hear on the camera them basically say, "Is this him?" And they're off camera, but you can hear the audio. One says, "Probably so." Roll up on him, and once again, this brother's just taking out his trash. They cost him up, do the whole thing, stop resisting, calm down, which usually agitates people more and more and more. It's a fucking mental. It's a Jedi mind trick sometimes. His girlfriend comes outside, saying, "What's going on?" They both get arrested. And I believe this was in 2019 when this all went down. You can see in the video here, timestamp.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so legal fees, all this shit now, and they finally got this video to be released by the LAPD. Taking his trash outside.
Wow.
They're looking for a white. Go ahead.
This happened in 2019, and and they just now finally got the video released?
Yes, sir.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on with, were the cops charged with anything? Probably not. I don't.
There's some trickiness there. They're suing the police department, I believe, and then there's some. I don't know if it's California, but officers cannot be held liable for some things. I forget. There's some weird rules where they
for mistaken arrest or some shit.
Yeah. Go ahead, James. You want to say something?
Oh, in California, cops don't get charged with shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's why I was.
They did a study a few years ago about, this is LAPD, and they had in the 2,500 or so complaints against the department for police misconduct. They had only found liability by the cop in one.
Yeah.
Out of all those.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So a federal magistrate ordered the public disclosure of the video Friday as part of a lawsuit alleging racial profiling and civil rights violations brought by music producer Antonio Austin. Now understand, the fact that this dude had a little bit of money is probably the reason why this is coming to light, because he had some money to fight it. You know what I'm saying? The regular Joe this shit happens to, we ain't gonna hear about probably for the most part.
No.
That's Tone Stacks, who was arrested May 2019 despite not being the suspect in a domestic violence call. Austin and his girlfriend, Michelle Milishowitz, were taken into custody for resisting arrest. Wow. Video footage shows the two being physically detained by officers. They proclaim Austin's innocence, but it begins with an unusual admission that the officers weren't sure Austin was the man cited in the domestic violence call. Once again, they were looking for a white male suspect. So, yeah, just
hey, you know what? I'm just glad that he got out of it with his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could have went all the way left. So.
Okay.
Sound like old habits die hard.
They do.
Right.
So I brought this up in the pregame. I know you brother said you hadn't seen the video, which is pretty good. So I want you to recall we did that show. I think it's Coded White Man Language or White Man Language, where we had the
secret white man.
Secret White Man Language. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Where we had some town in was it Indianapolis or Ohio, up north somewhere. They
I think it was in Ohio. It was in Ohio.
Ohio. They had pulled this white man over.
Red on red or blue. It had blue on blue and red.
Yeah, they had pulled this white man over. Now understand this. This will fuck me up. Pulled him over on the side of the road on the highway. It's dark, so the scene's already different than what you see right here. This brother's pulled over at a gas station, well lit. People can see. And if you haven't seen that. Seen that video, then you go to that show, watch that video, and then come back to this. And just like these brothers here, you can tell me what's the difference.
What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
Fixing to ride the lightning.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
So at this point, this brother, and at first I didn't realize it, but you'll realize too, this brother already has both his hands outside of the car, showing that he is not armed or a threat to the police officers.
Now! Get out of the car!
Sir, just get out of the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
You hear that part right there. He said, I'm afraid to get out of the car. And the officer responds with, you should be.
Get out!
Get out the car!
Get out now!
I have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest for you're being detained, okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Traffic violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really? Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Not a problem. Back up, Dave.
I didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir, get out of the car now.
Hey, sir.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, look, I'm trying to talk
Get out.
to you. Okay. I'm trying to talk.
Get out.
Just get out of my car. Can you please relax?
Get out.
Please relax.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet.
So you're not going to hear it, and you probably didn't see it because of the lighting. This dude's he is an Army vet. He is in full uniform.
Yeah, I see that.
He should
he's in full uniform.
Backcracker.
Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah.
He was waiting on him to say some shit like that.
Yep.
He thought that was going to diffuse it. That just set that cracker off.
That pissed him off more. Yeah. And I don't want to play both videos. There's one from another angle where it gets into, like, I don't know if it's subtle racism, but the officer automatically assumes this guy, since he's black and in uniform, he has to be like some lower enlisted. This motherfucker, I think he's either a first or a second lieutenant. What comes out?
Some type
shit.
Yeah. So
he didn't know the secret white man code. He said I'm a vet.
Exactly. So once again, we need all the listeners to go listen to that show. That way, this won't happen to you. Right now, he should have been. This is red on red, blue, 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 red, blue. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe this is blue on green.
This is blue on green.
Right.
So once again,
I don't think they understand what green is.
This is a Army, and I hate to say vet. He's a soldier. He may not be a vet. Who fuck know? But this is a soldier. He said he's a vet, but this is a guy in full military uniform. This is happening too.
Well, technically, after a year, you are a vet. You're considered a vet. So
are you?
Yes.
I don't know. There's some people that will fight you.
After a year, you're a vet.
There's some people that will fight you on that. But let's go.
I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me? Back up, Daniel. I didn't do anything. Back up. Whoa, hold on. Daniel. What's going on? Hold on.
So they try to open his car door, and now they pepper spraying this motherfucker.
Oh.
And the whole time,
look at the way he did. Because soon as he's like, "I'm a vet," there's no way to a veteran, and he told his boy, "Get back! I'm about to make
light this nigga up."
Right, I'm about to light him up. For no cause.
No cause.
Ride the lightning.
And hold on. They still have not told him why they pulled him over. All they said,
they said you're obstructing justice.
If you keeping your hands where you're supposed to keep them, how you gonna get out the car?
Right.
Because he know as soon as he because he don't got a seatbelt on. As soon as he try to reach and grab that seatbelt to undo it,
what do you say? He gonna ride the lightning. He gonna ride the lightning. They was already to shock him. Yeah.
They probably would pull the pistol then.
I mean, it may have.
I'm gonna tell you that first cop looked 23.
He was young.
He knew, but he was just following along like a lot of them do.
Right.
And so what happens is that's why I should have posted the other video. The other video shows the angle of the other cop, the younger cop. I think it shows the angle either the other cop or the cop car. You can see this piece of shit he's older. He got horrible mustache. He looks and smells. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say looks and smells of racism, but he looks and smells of racism, dog. He looked like a motherfucker. He oozes racism. Hey, bro, when I saw the other video, I understood why this brother was scared to get out of the car, dog, because he was looking at racism, nigga.
You should be.
Nigga, no,
you
Joe.
should be scared to get out of that car.
Joe, you
racism.
Bruh, it ain't funny, dog. I mean, it is funny, but your face, you made right there looks like this motherfucker's face, dog. I swear to God.
Where's this at?
They talk about it. Shit. Pull over, no play. In the other video,
you're going to finish playing the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish playing the video, and then we can go on. We can do research.
Get out of the car!
Hit him again.
Get out of the car now! That's fucked up. Get out of the car now!
Sir, just get out of the car!
I'm trying to breathe. Get out of the car now!
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach for my seatbelt.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Get out of the car now!
You probably can't breathe.
Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Look.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the. Take your seatbelt off.
Look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please. Look.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, man. He said, I don't want to reach for my seatbelt.
He doesn't want to reach for a seatbelt because if he did, that'll give them some type of excuse to light him up.
He's reaching for his gun.
So they were already itching for target practice at this point.
Windsor. It says Windsor.
Yeah. Massachusetts.
Windsor, Massachusetts?
Yeah. Or, well, then there's another Windsor. But,
podcast show.
Only one I know of is in Canada.
Windsor Police Department.
Route 460 North.
Or it could be.
So I see something about Norfolk.
Yeah, Court Norfolk.
Yeah.
So it's Windsor, Virginia?
The angle I had, because I want you to see this motherfucker's mustache, but it may not be worth it.
It's Virginia.
Okay, Winter, Virginia. Okay.
We're going to go back. All right. Whatever. But, yeah, I would definitely look for it. But, yeah, this man's mustache and face and body type screams of racism. He definitely has a heritage but not hate tattoo somewhere on his body. I'm sure of it.
Right.
But, I mean,
man, I'm telling
Go ahead, Jay.
This is exactly why, I don't like to talk to cops. I don't want to encounters with them. Because, man, shit could go south on some bullshit so fast, man. And, if I'm off the head, it don't fucking matter.
Right.
So I just don't have to deal with them at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching, I'd have put up a Netflix video for us to watch, and I kind of got into the first half. Were you watching any of that, Roger?
No, not yet, but I definitely need to watch it.
This is this little 30-minute video from Netflix, titled Two Distant Strangers.
Oh, I heard of it. I haven't watched it either, but I heard about it.
So it's starring Joey Badass.
Okay.
And basically what's happening, now I didn't finish it up, I watched the first half before I went to practice today. Basically, this nigga got into this Groundhog Day type of scenario.
Worst Groundhog Day ever, nigga.
Where this nigga woke up every day getting shot by a police officer. So he hooked up with a chick on a one night stand. Well, maybe not one night stand, but it was a first night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they barely knew each other. And he waking up in this woman's bed and leaving out the apartment and getting harassed and killed time after time after time by police officers, man. So I don't know. It's pretty unnerving. I haven't finished it, but I mean, like you said, shit can go wrong for any damn reason.
Any damn reason.
Oh damn! It's in my trending thing right now.
Here we go. I found the other angle.
That plot of that damn Boss Level movie on.
Two distant strangers.
Which one?
Boss Level.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I got shit I gotta watch.
That's like the plot. Like, dude wakes up next to a chick and gets murdered every day. Tries to figure out why and wherefores and all that.
Oh, okay.
It's like Groundhog Day. It starts off just like that.
Damn.
Anyway,
you got like a fucking hacksaw Jim Duggan mustache, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, dog. This dude, dog. When I saw the other angle, I said, I get it, nigga. I would have been. Oh, these niggas gonna kill me for real.
U.S. Army Second Lieutenant Karen Nazario.
Whoa, hold on. What's going on?
Ultimately pepper sprayed.
Look at that.
Get on the ground.
Hey,
please talk to me about what's going on. Get on the ground now.
All for what?
And the reason why I wanted the other video is because this is going to be a thing that white America is going to take a hold of. He had a dog in the back seat that got pepper sprayed too.
Yeah.
Oh, they care more about the dog getting pepper.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Like, and that's why I wanted the other video, because right before obviously the man's all fucked up. He got pepper sprayed. So he opened the door up, and that nigga literally is like hanging out of his car. I shouldn't be laughing, but it looks funny at first. Hanging out of his car with the fucking seatbelt still on. So he's just sitting there dangling, eyes on fire, but you can tell he still doesn't want to move his hands because he's like, fuck, these niggas might kill me still. So they unbuckle him and all this shit. He's like, my dog. He's like, that's when he starts talking about my dog's in the back seat. It's been pepper sprayed too. All this shit like that, man. So. And
yeah, man. They still mad at Mike Vick.
His license plate being missing in the back. Really?
That's what they said.
His license.
They said they tried to say it was license plates, but then there's another story coming out that it's a new vehicle, so they probably couldn't see. Because I bought a car before where the cop pulled me over and swore he couldn't see my temp tag, even though it was clearly in the back window, clear as day.
Right.
So that might have been what happened. I don't know, but.
Yeah, tinted windows. Oh, yeah, they don't like it when niggas have tinted windows.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Because y'all motherfuckers moving work.
Yeah, man. They don't
all y'all.
But my thing is, even people talking about, well, his tags was expired, I like, when the last time niggas' tags been expired and the full force of the fucking Windsor Police Department had to come on the nigga, dog. Come on, bro.
Expired tags? in Kansas City, that shit is like traditionalist barbecue, having expired tags.
Yeah, dog. Hey, I done had cops pull me over before and be like, "Hey, your tags expired. You have a good day."
Everybody tags expired around here.
Cause you can't get into the DMV, nigga. Since COVID, you gotta have a motherfucking secret squirrel pass to get into the goddamn DMV.
Right.
Shit, like I said, I had a cop pull me over not too long ago. Like probably last year or some shit. My shit was like a couple of months expired. I forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, "Hey man, just let you know your tags expired. You have a good day, and let me go about my business, nigga." This nigga gotta get pepper sprayed. I swear to God.
Right. God damn.
So you can't take your trash out, and you can't be leaving. He's in Norfolk, so he's probably I forget which base is in Norfolk. There's a base there.
There's several. I know the Navy Reserve is there. The
base there, I know that's there.
Yeah, I know. I had a homeboy.
There's an Army.
There's
an Army base there too, but I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, I just know there's one in Norfolk.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the bases there, but that's where I was born at. So I just want to give a quick shout out to all my family in Norfolk, Virginia. All my loved ones, love y'all.
Love y'all. Make sure y'all tags ain't expired. Cause we see what happened.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tags is up to date.
All right.
And they don't give a fuck if you serve.
Hey, before we get into the real meat of who passed away, this nigga Prince Philip, he dead. So
no, go ahead.
He dead. We talking about
somebody put on Twitter. So I heard Queen Elizabeth's cousin died.
He is, nigga.
It is, yeah.
Wow. Well played. Well played. Hey, it's old. He the OG.
Yeah.
He the OG Woody Allen, nigga. He keeping it in the family like a motherfucker, bro.
Family affair.
As I call
my seeds, marry his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we Wu-Tang money all up in the family.
Okay. As I call him, the royal rapist. But that's neither no there, dog.
That too.
Say that too.
That too. Yeah, that nigga dead. And apparently, if you go on Twitter, white people are mad once again because niggas don't care. So that's gonna be that. Husband of Queen Elizabeth, father of Prince Charles, patriarch of a turbulent royal family because he's a rapist, and would not family that he sought to ensure would not be Britain's last, died on Friday at Windsor Castle in England. He was 99. Good for, I mean, long life for this nigga.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, excuse me. So we finished up recording last week, and like literally, as we were wrapping up and bringing things to an end, we come to find out that DMX was in hospital. I believe reports were there was a drug overdose, which had, I believe, caused a heart attack. I believe intubation, and for we all have people who get sick. But yeah, intubation. Yeah, that's after a heart attack. That can be heavy, especially.
Yeah, I think they said he was out. Went like about 30 minutes without oxygen to the brain.
30 minutes.
Yeah. So, and we already know that we can debate how much we like his album, how much we like his music, but he definitely had an influence on hip hop. He definitely put some music out there that to this day you hear that boom, 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 boom. Niggas gonna start rocking, dog. Niggas, as soon as you hear that boom, niggas gonna start moving back and forth.
Or not, that nigga had like super duper bangers. That dude was like, for a good 2-year period, that motherfucker was like the king of hip hop.
He was.
Yeah. So
he was.
So the overall point was, given all that though,
quality or not, that dude was like on top, heavily on top for a minute.
Right. So
I remember watching what was that? It was a documentary about the tour with Jay-Z and Ja Rule and Hard Knock Life. Yeah, exactly. And just watching him perform, I never had the opportunity to see DMX live, but so that's the closest I've seen. But how he just rocked, man, no hype man, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just him.
Well, he
just rock. I think actually they talked about it. I was in the pregame. I mentioned that I had just watched a couple of weeks ago the Drink Champs episode that recently aired with DMX. And I think Nori was talking about how, you know, DMX was like the only motherfucker that he knew that he was his own hype man. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you've ever performed, you know what I'm saying, live on stage, that shit is not easy.
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be in some tip-top condition or something, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that dude and his energy, man, was just infectious.
Yeah, dude, if you watch that Woodstock 1999 performance, it's just him and the DJ on stage in front of 100,000 people.
You talking about the one where he's in the red?
Popping.
You talking about the one he's in the red suspenders or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. He had the red overalls on.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check that out. I ain't seen that.
That whole performance of that motherfucker did that shit, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it may not appeal to everybody's sensibilities and all that, and I know, and his brother definitely had issues, and it's sad that he was able to get over them, and, you know, to drug addiction, but that dude made a real impact on the industry.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, he did, definitely, man.
And that was the big thing, too. Like,
I mean, he, you know.
Hold on, damn, is there drama happening outside?
Huh?
Okay, there's niggas out here fighting in front of my apartment. I need to tell them. I need to go outside and tell them I'm recording. I need them to keep that shit down. I got my window open trying to enjoy this breeze. But anyway, speaking of drugs, these niggas outside here must be on drugs. Y'all hear this? I want to take my microphone by the window. Anyway, yeah, that's how I want. Yeah, as much as he gave, man, just the everyday struggle that he had with drug addiction. Right. That was well documented, and
yeah,
you know, you can have all your success in the world, man, but we all got our demons, man, and he definitely.
Tell me about it, right?
He was on that. Him and his wife were on that couples therapy or whatever I think it was.
Yeah.
And like when he finally like sat down and like talked to somebody about all the shit he, you know, with his mama and all that, like that dude was like boo-hoo, just. I mean, that dude was hurting. You can tell he was damaged. How he came up and the neglect and abuse that he, you know, endured as a child. He never really got over. And of course, the drugs is just a way to cover all that shit up instead of really dealing with it.
To mask the pain.
Man. But like you could tell in that moment, man, like this dude is damaged. He's hurt.
And that was another thing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It crossed my mind, man, when you know. During the course of this past week, when he was, I guess, in a coma, they're like, man, you know, if I don't know what goes on, you know, when a person's in a coma, if there's any level of consciousness that's happening. But I was just thinking, man, like, you know, he might just be like, he ready to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, just like James was saying, you know, he had a hard life, man. You know
I mean, he was a tortured soul.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tortured soul, and but that's the thing. I don't know if you respect it, but what you saw was what you got from that brother, though, right? You know, he didn't hide his pain. He didn't try to make it seem like life was in his interviews and when he did podcasts and different shows. He talked about his pain, talked about his upbringing and all that shit like that, man. Yeah. And also in his music, man. I mean, you know, that a lot of his shit was dark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
You know, so
Dark Man X,
man. So,
hey, well, on the lighter side, man, I swear one of the most entertaining TV shows that I ever watched in my life was when he had a little show on BET for a second, when he was like, he was living in Arizona, and they was just following him around, you know what I'm saying? And just the way that this motherfucker lived, man, this nigga was crazy, dog. He was crazy than a motherfucker. But he's highly entertaining, just being himself. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of them cats that's just, you know, when he walk into a room, just, you know, he's going to be the center of attention. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to draw everybody's attention towards him. Not even trying, though. You know, he's just being him. You know what I'm saying? So he was just a magnet, man. You know what I'm saying? And it showed through in his music, in his movies. You know, he wasn't the greatest actor, but, you know.
No, it wasn't great.
Solid.
Yeah, he was solid. He held his own.
He's still better than Common. I got my Common agenda.
You want to talk that? Common is one of the most one-note actors of all time. This keeps working though.
But somebody there's a podcast I listened to. They were discussing it. Cause what was this other movie that I was watching that he was in? The Informer, I guess. He's in that movie. And they were saying though he's a likable dude. He shows up on time. He's not a problem on the set. He gonna keep getting work, whether a nigga like myself like it or not. He gonna keep getting work because he's not a problem.
Obviously, this dude been working steadily for more than a decade, or at this point.
And much like Shaq with free throws, he has not gotten better. He like fuck that nigga like Allen Iverson. Practice. We not talking about a game, nigga. We talking about practice. Anyway, yeah, but back on track. Let's not miss the fact though that this brother DMX is 50 years of age. You know what I'm saying? So very young by all metrics as far as this day and age. You know. So yes, I mean, hey, we talk about it all the time, man. Take care of each other, checking on your brothers. Definitely. So.
That's one of the most important lessons I got out of this too, man. Because man was suffering for so many years with depression, drugs, and in and out of the system and all that other stuff. Was that the most important thing is to have a system of support where you could fall back on when in case of times like these, man. When in case of, especially during this COVID season, where you need a system of refuge to kind of come back to when you're in trouble.
Indeed.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I mean,
but we also got to be real too, man. Not to say that you're not being real, because you're absolutely correct. But you have to. One has to want to help themselves, or not. One has to help themselves also. You know what I'm saying? I tend to think that he really wasn't lacking.
Get all the work he needed to get done in order to make a full mental recovery, so that he didn't need to depend so much on the drugs. I just don't think it ever went that deep,
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, see, that is the problem with some addicts, man. Some addicts would, they'll say, "Oh, I need to get better," but they don't follow through all the way. And I think that's, I think he suffered with some of those issues as well.
Oh, for sure. Because and you got to change, and it's like it's a complete lifestyle change when people that get clean and stay clean and like they change everything,
right?
And they have to completely disassociate them from the people and the environments that would be into their addiction. Continue. Yeah. If you stay in any capacity, you're not going to be able to stay clean for the long term.
That's what Dad. Our dad was a social worker. And that's one of the things he always used to say to people who would come around. He said, you got to change your playground and change your playmates.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
And
good way to put it.
I like that. Because you would see some of his interviews he was doing, and you would hear like stories where he's trying to get clean, but he's in these interviews where there's niggas are smoking, niggas they drinking, they pouring up. And a lot of times the drink and the drugs go hand in hand. So like Joe pointed out, everybody else pointed out, I like that. You got to change your playground, your play. I like that. You definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just now thinking, man. Like once again, I said I just watched the Drink Champs interview, and it's Drink Champs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He was drinking.
Yeah.
He was drinking. Like they all were drinking, but they was going in. You know what I'm saying? This was just, I don't know when they filmed it, but it just was released a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So. He was still in the midst, man. And also, my father was a drug addict, and he was also like, he felt like he was really religious, really, with his faith in Christianity or whatnot. Which I won't question. That's not my place to question. But I remember having conversations with him, one particular period of time where, you know, he just felt like he was delivered. You know, he had been through rehab multiple times and things of that nature. Right. I don't think he ever, I don't know. But, you know, he never beat it. And but then, you know, we was having a conversation some years ago. He was telling me that, you know, he had been delivered from drugs, you know what I'm saying? That God had, you know, taken that, you know, that affliction from him, basically. And of course, you know, it didn't stick, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, similar, like Joe and James was both saying, you know, you do got to change, you know, you got to change everything, man. You got to change your whole lifestyle. You got to change the people that you're around. Yep. And he never did that. And sometimes I think people, you know, I bring that up actually because, you know, we all know DMX and his prayers and his, you know, his expressed spirituality and whatnot. And sometimes, man, I think that, you know, people can, you know, it's kind of, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but, you know, you think that, you know, you're going to be miraculously delivered from some shit. You know what I'm saying? That some sort of miracle is just going to instantaneously, you know, take these things away from you. And that ain't how it works, man. That just ain't how it works.
Man.
You know?
It's work. That's why they talk about in AA and all that, one day at a time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's just real.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, man, but definitely rest in power, man, to DMX for sure. For sure.
Indeed.
I guess we into this our sports section here. And y'all see it here on the screen. I don't want to read the whole thing. We talked about it pregame. I know before. There go James. His boss must have showed up.
Came back from the Ozarks a little early.
Yeah. But definitely the differences in how I don't even want to say prosecution. Because in this picture here, and you know, show notes, whatever, you have Pac-Man, Adam Pac-Man Jones, Ray Rice, Mike Vick, Deshaun Watson, which is a little weird. It's a little different because it's still ongoing. And I guess the white boy in the middle, Chad Will, is ongoing too. And not so much the actual prosecution, but the public prosecution as far as like social media. I definitely, this article, how I don't know if the media goes out of the way, but we talked about it with music, how music is picked. We talked about it last episode, I think Joe brought up, how the industry picks the music, picks the things that are going to be played. Definitely the stories are picked because I knew about this dude, Chad Wheeler, but I also have kind of peeped how it's went away. Where with Ray Rice, that shit was in, even though him and his wife went on the apology tour, they stayed married, were doing, I guess, for all intents and purposes, doing all the right things to apologize. That shit stayed in the forefront. This Chad Wheeler shit, this white boy beat the fuck out of his girlfriend / fiance. Put her in the hospital. That shit was in the news for like a week, and this went away.
I didn't even hear it. I mean, I saw like a headline or some shit about it, but I didn't even like just why not sports shit every day, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, and I never saw, you know, no coverage of it.
So this was like January 28, 2021, this reporter, white NFL player arrested after allegedly strangling his black girlfriend unconscious because she refused to bow to him, as he put it. Of course, he was, kicked off the Seattle Seahawks, arrested. But like we pointed out, these stories kind of go away. You know what I'm saying? Stories about Brett Favre taking pictures of his dick and send it to the athletic trainer kind of go away. Big Ben kind of stuck a little bit, but now it's kind of like this thing where people have kind of forgotten, like, oh yeah, this nigga was suspended 6 or 8 games, and the DA was on TV saying the only reason why we ain't prosecuting this nigga is because I'm not sure we can get an actual conviction, but this nigga did this shit.
Right. And he had 2 separate occasions, 2 separate situations.
He did.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and the second one was when they're like, okay, nigga, you gotta go. You gotta sit on the bench for a little bit, my nigga, because you got a problem.
Right, exactly.
So we talked about it with this police encounter. We already know the two different Americas, but what say you gentlemen about how athletes, or not even entertainers for the most part, are prosecuted, persecuted, however you want to put it, on social media versus, I hate making this a white versus black thing, but that's kind of what seems to happen here in these United States.
Yeah, I'll say this. I don't really know about what's the dude named Chad? What?
Chad Wheeler. And I will say, I will give it to you that he's I think he was an offensive lineman. So you're talking about an offensive lineman versus the face of a franchise, which was Michael Vick and Deshaun Watson. Ray Rice may not have been the face of the franchise, but he at that point in time he was a very known, I believe, all-pro running back for the Ravens.
Right. So I think that does have a factor into it. I didn't even know this dude I didn't even know this person existed,
Exactly.
Pretty much up until now, really, to be honest with you. So, obviously more high-profile athletes are going to get more high-profile coverage, news coverage, good or bad, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with that being said, I think there is there definitely has been discrepancies in coverage, you know what I'm saying, when some negative shit happened to a black athlete versus a white athlete.
Okay.
That's kind of par for the course, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. And then but then I also get. Go ahead, James.
That's kind of like what I was thinking. Like, ain't this what we used to? I'm not saying that we shouldn't continue to point it out, but this is the way that it always goes.
Oh yeah,
it's that ingrained bias especially when it comes to media reports, that a black man, especially a famous black man, is always going to be thrown under the bus and demonized immediately.
Correct.
Right.
And a white man will always be given the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Even if they don't intend to, it's so ingrained in the mentality that they just do it automatically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And point out to them, sometimes they're like, "Oh, well, I didn't realize I was doing that." I was like, because it's so deep in you, you didn't know you were doing it.
Doing it right.
Yeah.
Right.
And only thing that I'm leery of is, and not no brothers here that I know, that a lot of these, not a lot, but some of these niggas who get on social media though and get on this soapbox, they don't so much want justice; they want to be treated like white folks. And that's something I'm always leery of. I'm like, I want justice. I don't want to be treated like a white man. But if that makes sense.
No. I want fairness.
Yes.
And I want justice.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Hands out the same way. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see nobody get off because the white boy got off, so he should get off. If that nigga's wrong, then niggas need to go too.
They need to go.
Wrong is wrong.
Wrong. But it needs to be it needs to be fair. It needs to be equal. And the spins needs presented equally with the same lens. Don't darken my lens and lighten his. Know.
I want that same energy. I want that energy the Stanford.
Energy.
I want the energy the Stanford swimmer got. I want that energy. What did he get? Like he had to do 6 months of community service, nigga. I don't know what he got, but he should be in jail still.
You know what? Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say, what I want is charges for Brett Reed.
Nigga, yes.
Yeah, I would do.
Nigga, yes. Where is Britt?
Oh, dude.
James said Britt need to go free. I'm joking. We had an exchange.
He had to get that in, though. He had to get that in.
Always. I don't. Yeah, I get justice is slow, but nigga, it just had to be. It just had to be the enemy who hit them kids. Yeah.
Oh man.
Them toxicology reports would have been.
He'd have been the enemy of the state, nigga.
The enemy of the state.
He could have just had slip in the system.
Well played, nigga. Yeah, but yeah. All right, I said we.
But
ahead.
back to that point, man. Real quick, but that's why it's important, and it's been happening more and more, especially with the advent of podcasts and alternate forms of media and putting out content is, another podcast that I watch is with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. What's it?
All the Smoke.
All the Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that they mention a lot is, being able to control their own narratives. You know what I'm saying? They talk about how they were portrayed in their careers, especially Steven Jackson, because he was part of the Ron Artest Malice in the Palace brawl. You know what I'm saying? And, he was painted a certain way.
That nigga did damage, too.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he put in work. He put in work.
They were beating the shit out of motherfuckers.
Hey, well,
and Steven had his shit. He got into some shit in Indiana. He played for the Pacers at that time, too, but at a nightclub in Indiana, where he got into a shootout, basically, and got hit by a car. He talks about that shit, you know what I'm saying? But controlling your own narrative, man, because, like James was just saying, we're going that's just how it is, man. It's they're going to paint us in a certain light more times than not, you know what I'm saying, and not really give
no benefit of the doubt for us.
That's why it's important that, more and more, black people and people of color from all ethnicities and whatnot had their own platforms, man. So we don't have to just rely on the word of, the white platforms, basically.
Yeah, and that's why I try to support stuff like Roland Martin's, do show. I try to, support that, because we do need those outlets that are not automatically going to be biased against us,
Exactly.
Right.
And because if we counting on CNN and ABC and blah, 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 man, it's just we're always going to lose with them.
Right.
Always.
Y'all sound like Candace Owens. Talking about the mainstream media.
Wow.
Media is a problem.
Yeah,
it is, for sure.
We never denied that.
We've always pointed out that Sister Candace always has a good point, but the way she delivers the point sometimes is very uninformed, or sometimes can lean towards the ignorance of shaming black folks or just blackness in general.
Right.
Like we can point out the same problem, but the way we frame it, that problem can be two different things and come off two different ways.
Right.
Absolutely.
Slavery was a choice. Brought to you by Candace.
That sounds like a choice to me.
Oh God, I think they about to kill each other. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. A very lighthearted story here. Not lighthearted, but women in the workplace love to see it. While moms love that Arizona's basketball coach pumped breast milk a game. I don't know if it's Ida or Adia Barnes, head coach of the University of Arizona Wildcats women's basketball team, got her players pumped. Wow, see what you did there. Up at halftime during Sunday's NCAA National Championship game against Stanford. And she did it while pumping breast milk for her 6-month-old daughter, Capri. That's good shit.
That is.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was dope, man. I just happened to stumble across that. And obviously, I got a 5-month-old, about to be 6-month-old son. And his mother, my girlfriend, is breastfeeding.
Yep.
So, when she's at work, she be having to go to the, fortunately they got a special room for mothers that are breastfeeding so that they can pump.
Yep.
And, I just thought that was a cool little story.
Yeah, I know.
Especially in light of all the bullshit that was going on with the NCAA on the women's side, with the inadequate equipment and what I'm saying, just how they get treated, like shit compared to how the men's teams get treated. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I saw I think one of the players, I forget which team, she did a little TikTok where she was showing the contrast of the women's facilities versus the men. That shit was crazy. But yeah, I know.
There's some going on in the background, man. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one hearing.
No, somebody was on mic breathing. That was all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
They was getting it in. They was getting it in. I don't know. Getting it in. They was breathing. But yeah, man. Because I remember. I know KU when I was there. They had a breast pump room for our cardiology department. I think that OPR does. I know when I was doing my last couple years, when I was in the military, our reserve center, they had a special room. They had a refrigerator in there, freezer in there for women who were mothers who were pumping. So yeah, definitely good shit.
Yeah,
definitely good shit.
Yep.
All right, man. What is it? Oh yeah, real quick. I don't know if y'all watch this little clip here, man. We'll play this and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Every Friday night was an event in high school basketball. Every Friday night.
Well, once you can find a parking spot to get in it, and we go in, and there's not a seat anywhere.
People trying to like knock down the doors to get in. It's just a feeling you get. You know this is a major event.
This has been 30 years since the game, and people are still talking about it.
I mean, you saw future pros out there just going at it nonstop.
They're like pit bulls. A kid who does whatever it takes to win.
I was there, and I saw probably the best game in high school basketball in Kansas City. And Coach Lou looks at me and goes, "Oh, my God."
And that is, I guess it's a documentary coming out from Paseo to Pembroke. So Paseo, of course, either, a street or high school. Pembroke being a private school here in Kansas City. Basically, this is during the golden era of basketball in Kansas City. They're going to be documenting this, which is good shit. And
Paseo had Quentin Day in them.
Yep.
And then Pembroke had the Rushes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for that greatest game in Kansas City history, I was there. I don't know about y'all, but I was there.
Yeah, we was there.
I was
not there. That was a hell of a game, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the most exciting high school basketball games I had been to.
Yeah.
I was on JV for that. I didn't get to the bench, but I was on JV.
Because I don't think Derek Hood had ever taken a three in his life.
No, he was big. He was Larry Johnson,
and knock one down. Yeah,
and he knocked it down, and we was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he knocked that down to send it into overtime, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
And it went in double overtime against Teron Lou,
who was smoking cats all night.
Mm-hmm.
Unstoppable.
Absolutely, man. So there were several
Earl
on both sides of that. There were probably at least 5 D1 kids. Nah, there's more than 5. We probably had 5 ourselves.
Yep.
There was probably two handfuls of D1 kids in that game. You know what I'm saying? From Raytown and Central 1995 to go to state. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I feel old because I play AU basketball with some of them niggas, and then pickup games with some of them niggas too. So yeah, that shit was I'm like, damn, wait a minute, I play ball with them niggas.
Right.
But I was
Derek Hood tried to boom on me in the game one time.
Like mid to late 80s through the good part of the 90s, man. Kansas City had a lot of good basketball players, man.
Oh, of course. Yep.
Yeah, but
that's true.
But Joe didn't play with me. He know. I was just a football player that could jump. That was about it. I wasn't out there for my shooting ability. No, nigga. I was out there to be an enforcer.
Right. Cats too, man.
I'm gonna foul you real hard, nigga. Anyway, but yeah, that's supposed to come out this fall, 2021. Definitely be looking for that shit, man. We can talk about it on the show.
So is that what's that going to be released on? Do you know?
I'm looking. Hold on here. Show more. I know old boy Carrington Harrison. He's one of the dudes on the radio show.
Oh, Carrington's directed it? Oh, okay.
I don't know if he directed it, but it's his page where he posted it to. That's where I got it from.
It's directed by Carrington.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Thank you. Reading.
I'm sure he'll let us know if he on the radio every day. He'll let us know where it's going to be available.
Yeah. So I mean, and
he stay on Twitter like daily.
Yeah, and niggas like you pointed out though, niggas sleep though. 90 like that 94, 95, 96 dog. Yeah, niggas was balling in Kansas City, bro. But yeah, man, the tabs have been tabulated. Anybody got anything else to add before we get out of here? I know James waiting for his ball sneaking through that window behind him.
Nah, I'm already clocked out because I already know how that story's gonna go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nothing to add?
Well, in that video was another Centralite, Michael Watson.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I want to give a little shout out to him.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael still got that shot though. That nigga still can shoot from everywhere, nigga.
Absolutely.
He ain't got a little chubby like we all have, but that nigga still can shoot.
Oh man. Oh, man.
But, before I forget, man, Mama, happy birthday. I love you. Thank you for letting my dad deposit sperm in your vagina. I appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday, Mama Stork. Love you.
Wow.
Or maybe my dad's pull-out game was weak. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. All right, man. I really appreciate y'all brothers getting on a Saturday. Thanks for coming in, James. Definitely hoping that you will be here when we do the Wokies. Any award show is not complete.
Yeah, I gotta get up on that. I'm not schooled on the categories and all that shit yet.
We still formulating them. Wow. We're gonna get on, talk about it tomorrow, and then we'll put it up in the chat group. That way you can.
Yeah, put out the categories. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know that helps a lot more having categories. So we're gonna talk about it tomorrow and get on that. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. 10 meters. Zeb the Soldier, not half, but the Brothers of Doom have connected. Joe Jeff, James in the house. I'm the KC Stork. We out.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.